Hey gang, how are you all? Hello second class. I hope you've all been very good today and you're all going to be enjoying this lovely, I'm going to call it your lazy Friday, where you have a bit more fun probably than you normally do and doing lots of work. So lucky you guys. Right, my name is Alan and I am going to just show you a few little bits of fun that you can have with some of the things that have been brought in today by Willow. So, my job, just so you know, is I get to play with toys all day long, basically. So I'm what's called a master builder, and I build lots of things with lots of different toys. And so you guys have got some stuff today, and you're going to have a bit of fun. And I am going to show you a very quick video. Don't worry, you're not going to be sitting down for a long time. Well, you're probably sitting down for a long time, but you won't have to listen to me for a long time. And I am just going to show you very quickly how they work, so you guys can have a little bit of fun with them, and you can build me some cool things and maybe take some pictures and send them in to me, okay? So, let's have a little look. Today we're going to be working, we're going to do some building with these things, okay? Okay, these are called magnetic polydrons. Okay, now let me switch over to a different camera. So I've got a camera looking straight, so I'm up here in the corner, hello, and my other camera is looking straight down, so you guys can see exactly what I can see. Okay, these are my hands. Whoa, hello. So these are called magnetic polydron, and they come in lots and lots of different shapes and colors and sizes. And we are going to be doing some building with them today. So these are squares, so that's a yellow square, and there's blue squares, and you can have green squares, and there's red ones. So they come in mainly our primary colors, which is going to be our green, blue, yellow, and reds. Okay, but we've got squares. I've got some triangles. I've got these ones, which are five-sided shapes. Anybody know what a five-sided shape is called? A pentagon, very good. And then I got these ones, which are six-sided shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a six-sided shape is called a hexagon. Yes, it is, very good. So those are what I'm going to be working with, just to show you how these magnets work. Okay. In the boxes that I sent in to you guys, you'll find that there are a lot of other different shapes in there to allow you to do different things, but I would be here all day if I was to take all the time to do this, to explain it to you. And maybe in the future, maybe I can come in and show you some things as well. So basically how these work, I'm just going to use the squares to show you. Okay, these are what's called true magnets. So all of the shapes, it doesn't matter which shape it is, they've got two sides, okay? So one side has a color on it. It doesn't matter really what the color is. And the other sides are black, okay? And the reason that there's one side is colored and there's one side is black is because, like I said, these are true magnets. So they will only go together evenly if it's the same color, okay? Not as in if there's a color side up. So a red and a green, that's fine because they're the color side, and the black, if I turn it over, the black and the black, and that's the color side. If I try to connect, and you guys can do this, have a little practice with, if I try to connect a black side to a colored side squarely, so they're nice and straight, you will find they won't go together, they will push apart, okay? And that's a cool thing. If you try and do this, I'm going to bring it up a bit closer, and you won't be able to put them together. They'll go on top of each other and they'll stick, but they won't stick side by side, which is the way we want them to stick. And that's because what magnets do, they like to do two things. They like to pull together, which we call attract, or they want to push away from each other, which is what we call repel. Okay? And so when you try to do a black side and a colored side, and you try to put them together, you will find when you try to bring them together, they want to push apart. They won't want to go together, and that's called repelling. Okay? But if you do the same thing with the two colored side and you try to get them as close as you can without them touching, oh, they want to stick together. And that's called attracting. Okay? And that's kind of what two magnets want to do. True magnets want to repel and they want to attract. Okay? Now, and it's the same for any of the shapes. So if I take these triangles, so triangles got three sides, 1, 2, 3. If I try to put the two together, they want to come together. If I turn one upside down and try to get them together nice and square and straight, they don't want to go. So attraction and repelling, okay? And that is all those are the only rules, really. Not that there have to be rules, but there are. And that's what you guys got to watch out for. If you're sticking these together, always try to have it either the two black sides up or the colored sides up, whichever colors they are. So blues and greens will go together, blues and reds, blues and blues, blues and yellows, all those, as long as it's the color side, they'll go together, and as long as it's the black side, they'll go together. I always like to build with the color sides. I just think it's more fun that way. But if you like the black side, you go for the black side. It's fine. Right, and that's kind of it. That's how they work. So you can put them together on the table and have a little practice, have a little play, slide them together, and they'll just go boom. And then you can pick it up, and then it creates this, which is called a hinge. Okay, when one sticks together like that and they move, it's called a hinge. And then from there you can start adding and creating shapes. There's a little zigzag shape, and I could put one there, and I could put one there, and I could put one there, like that, and create it like a cross shape. Okay, if I do that, what this is as well as it being a cross, so 4 squares in a row this way, and then 1, 2, 3 across this way, as well as it being a cross, and if I turn it around that way, it might be a bit easier for you guys. It's also what we call a net. Okay, and a net is a flat version of a 3-dimensional shape. So a 3-dimensional shape is a shape that has height, width, and depth. And if I put my fingers in the middle, push them out and hold it, and lift this up, I can create the 3D shape. Okay, so this is a cube. Okay, and this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. I won't go into vertices, these are the pointy bits, but it has 6 sides, and it's made up of 6 squares. Now if we take it apart again, slowly, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, 1 to that side and 1 to that side. And there's our cross again. Okay, and I'm going to show you this one more time. We're going to do it, and we're going to pull it up slowly, and then what happens is we pull this one up, and the hinge is there, and it just goes, and it creates a cube. So you guys can have a little go with that if you want. And a cube is one of what we call our platonic solids. That's a tricky one. But they're funny shapes by an old fella called Plato. I'm going to show you another one. What about some triangles, okay? If we take some triangles, and we put a triangle, and we put a triangle, and we put a triangle on each corner, and then we fold these together, oopsie daisy, fold those together like that, this creates another shape. Okay, so this one has got 3 sides and 1 on the bottom. Okay, a base. So no matter which way you turn this, it's always going to have a base at the bottom and 3 sides. So 4 sides in total, including the bottom one. And this is another platonic solid. And this one, they're tricky words. They're kind of big words. If I turn it upside down just to show you as well, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 small triangles joined together have made a big triangle. And we can fold it up, fold those sides up like that, and they all join together. And this creates a 3-dimensional, so it can be measured up the way, it can be measured across the way, and it can be measured back the way. Okay, and this is called a tetrahedron. Tricky one, that one. A tetrahedron. Okay, and that's that one. Another one of our platonic solids. Now, if we keep going with our triangles, I'm going to go through this quite quickly, so you don't have to remember any of this, guys, okay? That's really important. You don't have to try and remember any of these words. Just remember how they stick together, okay? So another shape we can make with lots of triangles, okay, is this funny shape. So what we do is we create 3 triangles in a straight line, like that, 1, 2, 3. Then we stick another one and another one. It's a bit like a pizza with a slice missing. So there's 5 triangles. And then what you can do is you can fold it up a little bit, bend it up, so it's like a little hat, and those all stick together. So if I turn it up this way so you guys can see, it's like a little hat. And if you make 2 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, let me get a nice color, 5, and we do the same thing, fold it up, so we make 2 hats, exactly the same. Okay, then what you can do is you can get 10 more triangles. Now this gets tricky, guys, okay? But I'm just going to show you this for fun. Again, you don't worry, have to think about it too much. 1, 2, 3, count with me. 4, what comes after 4? Nice. 5. Oop, you ready? What comes after 5? 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll put 1 on the end. Let's get a different color. 1 on the end. 10. So we got 10 in a straight line. And our 2 hats. Now watch what we do. We take the 2 ends and we go very gently so they don't fall apart. We're going to join those together like a little bracelet. Okay, very good. Then all you need to do is you take one of the hats, stick it on top, turn it over. I know this is tricky, don't worry, but you guys give it a go. It's going to be fun. Okay, put another hat, stick it on top, and we create another shape. This is a 20. So if we were to count all these triangles, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top hat. There was 5 on the bottom hat. And then we did 10 all the way around. So we do a 5, add a 5 equals 10. So that will be 5 fingers and 5 fingers. Count them all up and that's 10. And then 10 around the middle. So a 10, add to another 10. Count up in your 10. So it's 2 10s. We got a 10 and a 20. So all together we would have 20 of these little triangles all joined together to create this shape that looks a bit like a kind of a pointy ball. But it's actually called an icosahedron. Okay, it's a tricky one, a big tricky one, okay? But it's another one of what I call our platonic solids. Someday I'll try and explain what a platonic solid is to you guys. Right, and then there are other shapes we can make. Let's have a look. So you can do really simple ones. You can create 4 triangles, join them together. And you take one of these ones and you put the bottom on like that and you create like a square based pyramid. So a square is at the bottom and then there's 4 pointy sides to make it look like a pyramid, and that's called a square based pyramid. Okay, which is a bit different to this one, which is our tetrahedron, which is also a pyramid, but it's a triangular base pyramid. So the base, the bottom of our pyramid has a triangular base. Okay, and so that's how our magnetic polydrons work, guys. They're really simple. I'm not going to show you too much more because I know it can get confusing, but have some fun. Join some. Here's our hexagon. If I put some pieces all the way around like this, I'm not making any more complicated shapes, I promise. And you can put your fingers and pull them up, yeah, and it creates this kind of shape, which is like a, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a bit like a hamster wheel. Go around like that. You can put a hamster in there and you can run around. So lots and lots of different shapes you can make. Lots and lots of fun. I'm going to stop there so you guys can just have some fun rather than listening to me all the time. And I'm going to show you one more shape while I do this. And this shape is made purely from squares, okay, and from triangles. And it's quite a tricky one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may even run out of table. 7. I'm going to turn it this way so I don't run out of table. So 7, and I need another one. 8. So we're going to go 8 squares in a row like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I may have to even go and get some more squares. Alright, let's have a look. We're going to go then 1, 2, 3. I am going to have to go and get some more squares. Okay, and you go 1. Don't worry, watch the magic. And just like that, I'm back with more squares. So we got 3 on this one. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3. Oh my word, I need a bigger table. Very good. Then watch what we do. I'm going to get some triangles and go 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side where they cross over. And then I'm going to get some more squares. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is tricky, okay? You ready? Then we're going to go 1, the steel shapes, 2, 3, 4. So shall we have a look at it? The last one, guys, okay? So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. Then we've counted up 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. And then we've gone 1, 2, 3 up from that. And we've gone 1, 2, 3 down from this. We've created this kind of big cross shape, okay? Then we've stuck on 4 triangles. Now what's important in that box of the magnets that you guys will have is there's lots of different types of triangles. These are called equilateral triangles. equal, which means that all the sides are the same, okay, they're the same length, and that's important for this particular shape. If you use some of the other triangles that are longer and pointier, this shape won't work, okay? So we got triangles, 4 triangles in each corner, then they are followed by squares in each corner, and followed by another triangle in each corner, right? And that's our shape. It kind of looks like a butterfly, or it kind of looks a bit like a flower, train tracks, I get told a lot as well. And then all I'm going to do, are you ready? I'm going to get our fingers, pointy fingers, and I'm going to go into the middle, push out to hold this middle one. We're not going to bend it, we're going to pull it straight up into the sky. Slowly, slowly, slowly pull it up into the sky, and we create this shape, which is like a football, but it's not. And this one is a big shape, and these magnets are really good. They're quite strong. They'll hold together. You won't be able to throw this, but they'll hold together for you to be able to move it. Okay, and if you have a look at it, it's got a row of squares all around, with the square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, and then a square on the top, and it's got the same on the bottom. Okay, and whichever way you move it, it kind of looks the same. Okay, and this is one of my favorite shapes, and this is called a rhombicube octohedron. Okay, so if you can learn to spell that by the end of the day, you'll be doing very, very well. So there you go, guys. Anyway, look, a few shapes: our rhombicube octohedron, our icosahedron, we had our squares, we had our tetrahedrons, lots and lots of things you can do. And the very fun part of these, you just go like this, and you break it down, and you start all over again, just like that. Right, good. Have loads of fun, you guys, and I hope to see you all soon. Have a lovely Easter. Bye.